All right, my people, my people. This is what's up. This is day one of my orientation for Empire Express out of Memphis, Tennessee. I'm just going to go over a few things. They do take students. They do refresher courses. Now they're a small company. They're not. They're not a Swift. They're not a Schneider. They're not a Warner. They're not a JB Hunt. They're a small company right now. 187 trucks. It's less than 200 trucks, but they do need drivers. I actually ate lunch with the vice president today. The four of us, that's right, four people, the four of us that was in orientation, got down last night. Hotel's great. Airport, Holiday Inn, Memphis, Tennessee. I showed you a little bit of the lobby of that facility in the intro before this video. Dinner paid for. They have a buffet downstairs. Very good food. Like I said, dinner. Then this morning woke up, had breakfast, paid for. Again, lunchtime, went out with the owner's son to the arcade, legendary arcade, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, where Elvis Presley ate, had his own personal booth there. They have the fried peanut butter and banana sandwich, which was Elvis's favorite. They got it on the menu. This is Empire Express. What they do is hazmat and time-sensitive freight. If you do not have hazmat, they will give you 30 to 45 days to get it. They do pay for it. It's not out of your pocket. Everything that we've incurred today so far has been paid for by this company. I haven't been out of pocket anything except the things that I've wanted. I'm going to just give you a little breakdown right now of some starting pay. Experienced drivers with your hazmat, you start out between, this is all depending upon your experience, from 43 to 47 cents per mile. Without your hazmat, it's 38 to 42 depending on your experience. Then when you get your hazmat, you get the extra pay. They have what they call pay for performance, and it's a very complicated formula that they give you during orientation. Basically what it boils down to is you have like 200 points. You get points for just like everything that you would do on the road. You idle, accidents, DOT inspections, the list goes on and on and on. They do a great job of breaking that down for you, helping you to understand it. Basically, as a company driver, if everything works out in a perfect world, you make 50 cents per mile. I won't say that's like top out, because I'm sure they probably do some other things, might get you a few more cents than that. They say that almost half of the drivers, now keep in mind this is not mega super giant Swift, Schneider. These guys, when they say that the average or a percentage of, they know it down to a science. If they say half of our drivers with their pay for performance makes 50 cents, they know. It's not a sales pitch. They don't have a staff of 40,000 people doing 40,000 different things. They know. They know each driver by name. They called me by my name. Everybody I met today, they introduced themselves. It's a real small shop. It's off the channel out there. If anybody knows where, can't remember the name of that lake. There's like a lake and then the Mississippi River. So the yard is actually like kind of on an island. If you're familiar with Memphis, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's a very small shop, very small facility, small yard, but they make up for it because they treat you like a small company. They got, you can do teams. The team pays a little bit different. Starting pay with hazmat, 44 to 48 cents. Without your hazmat, 39 to 43. And like I said, it all depends on your experience. They give these transitional bonuses after 6 months. It's basically, they start this point system. And it's paid like the first payroll of each month. But you get to pay for performance. It's 46 to 52. Then transitional bonus. Then they got regional, owner-op, city pay. If you work, or live down here somewhere in Memphis, you want to go to city driver. They have city drivers, $16 an hour. They got, trainee pay for new students and refresher drivers. Trainee pay your first week is $400 a week. Second week, $475 a week. Third week until you go solo, $525 per week, guaranteed. You're not making 12 cents per mile, or so like some of these mega. When you're out with the trainer and you're doing these, this is trainee pay while you are training. First week $400, second week $475, third week $525. You get a graduation bonus. In 6 months, begins on your first solo dispatch. Your first solo dispatch. And they break it down. Trainee, first seat pay, first dispatch, 36 cents a mile. With hazmat, without, 32. 3 months solo, 38. With hazmat, 34 without. 6 months solo, 43 cents. With hazmat, 38 without. Then they'll start your, at 6 months, the performance evaluation. You get your performance pay. Refreshers, you guys, your refresher guys will start out at 43 with hazmat, 38 without. Then they break it down to regional, dedicated, all this other stuff. Like I said, they do a lot of hazmat. So, if you come with your hazmat, you pretty much, you got it whipped, you got it licked. You're making pretty good money out of the box. Their average driver is making 49.6 cents per mile, which is pretty good. I'm not telling you what to do. It's all on the interwebs. Go out there, look at the interwebs. You can look all this stuff up. Like I said, you don't have your hazmat. They give you all the paperwork. I've got study guide. You study, give you the answers. A lot of that stuff depends on the state. My best how can I say it? What I would advise you to do is if you're not going to school, because a lot of these schools will rush you through it. They just want to get you a CDL. They don't worry about endorsements or anything like that. What I would do is when I go for my permit, I would get as many endorsements as I can. I would go ahead and get the hazmat. That way you come here, you're making good money straight out of the box. If you can't, like I said, they pay for it. They pay for the fingerprinting. They pay for the background checks, the whole nine, the study guides. They'll break it down, like I said, in orientation, let you know what you need to do, how you need to do it, where you need to do it at. Man, I can't say enough. Empire Express, Memphis, Tennessee. They run Freightliners, they run Peterbilts, and they run Kenworths. They don't have a lot of Kenworths. They're getting away from the KWs, but they still have some left over. They more Peterbilts, several Freightliners. Ty told us today, which they're looking at 25 brand new trucks right now. New people coming in. It's by seniority. So you're not going to get a brand new truck. Some of these are late model, but we're not talking about necessarily late model Freightliners. You get a late model Peterbilt, a late model Kenworth. Trucks are in good shape. The only thing that I'm not a big fan of is I like a clean truck. And they do not pay for truck washes. So far, that is my only gripe. You can get your truck washed when in Memphis. This is my first day of orientation. I don't know how often I'm going to get to Memphis. So my truck wash is going to come out of my pocket. If they run me like they're supposed to run me, 2,500 or better miles a week, I won't have a problem getting my truck washed out of my pocket. But it is a gripe. I worked for a company when I first got started. If you want to wash your truck every single solitary day, they would pay for it. I got good miles with them. Had a clean truck with them. Should have stayed with them, to be perfectly honest. I didn't, but that's for another day. But that's my only gripe. And, any of you guys that's been around trucking for very long, or you done your research, if that's your biggest gripe, then you probably ain't got much to worry about. You can take your truck home and wash it in the yard if you got a big enough area to do it. If you're that, go somewhere and fill up a bucket and wash it in. I've done that before. I guess that's about it. Like I said, great hotel. Memphis Holiday Inn, the airport Holiday Inn. All meals have been paid for. The arcade, man. I'm sitting there with the boss. There was 4 of us in orientation, man. And not a lot of people know about this trucking company. Get in on the ground floor, The trucking companies come and they go. This trucking company's been around since 1985, and it's grown. They are a niche company. They're not trying to do every single solitary thing, which is good. The last company that I worked for, that was a niche company, is still in business. The first company that I started with, they're still in business. They're still going strong. The only thing that I don't like is I think they went from bad to worse as far as truck decisions, because they went from Freightliner, Columbias to Max. And I don't care what model Mac it is. If it's got a silver dog on the hood, it's a piece of poo-poo. But that's just my opinion. And those are like buttholes, and everybody's got one. Most of them need to be washed. But hey, they're doing something right. They're still in business. So that being said, I've worked for one of these mega super companies that's buying up everything, that has more people than they even know what they have. I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to go ahead and seal the deal. Get in on the ground floor. Great company. I'm not disappointed. I'm happy as all get out. So jump on board. Get on while you can. Get on while the getting's good. And I'll talk to y'all the next time.